What's up guys, I'm Chirag and welcome to part 3.8 of the tutorial series on AWS Cloud Formation. So guys, in this tutorial we will go through one of the intrinsic functions, that is CIDR function. So generally the intrinsic function CIDR returns an array of CIDR address blocks. So generally while we deal with VPC and subnets, we will require CIDR block, right? So let's have a look at the syntax of the CIDR function, that how we can use that. So there are two ways to define or use the CIDR function. So the first one is fn : CIDR followed by a colon space square braces or a list which basically accepts three parameters. So the first one is IP block. So IP block is the user specified CIDR address block to be splitted into the smaller CIDR blocks. So for a given CIDR block, the user wants it to split it further into smaller CIDR blocks. So that's basically IP block. Then the second parameter is the count. So while we define IP block, we need to specify that how many CIDR or how many smaller CIDR blocks that we want to generate, right? So that's the count. So if we define one, then it will create or generate the one CIDR block address. Then finally we have the third parameter, that is CIDR bits. So CIDR bits depicts the number of subnet bits for the CIDR. So for example, if we specify the value of 8 for this parameter, then it will create a CIDR with a mask of /24. And one thing we need to keep in mind for the count is that the valid range that we can define is between 1 and 256. So we cannot define 257 or greater than 256, right? So that's basically the count. Now another way to define or use the CIDR function is basically the short of that, that is exclamation CIDR followed by the square braces which accepts three parameters. So let's have a look at the example. So if we define, say, exclamation CIDR space square braces, let's copy this CIDR block. So this is our IP block. So I want to split this CIDR block into smaller CIDR address blocks, and how many count I want is basically, let's say, 1 count, and I will say 8 CIDR bits. So the output of this would be 10.0.0.0/24, right? So this will return this value. So that's basically CIDR function. Now let's go through the template that we have. So here we are basically creating two resources, that is we are creating a VPC followed by the subnet. So within VPC, we have defined type as AWS EC2 VPC because here we are creating the VPC, and within properties, we have defined only one property, that is CIDR block or the IP block that we want to pass as the first parameter of the CIDR function. So here it is 10.0.0.0/16. And then we have defined an example subnet on line number 10, and its type is AWS EC2 subnet because here we are creating the subnet for the given VPC on line number 5. And then we have properties followed by the CIDR block, and then we have used the select function followed by the CIDR function, right? And the first parameter we are getting from the line number 8, that is example vpc.CIDR block, and for that we are using get attribute function followed by the count that we want to generate. So it's 1 followed by the CIDR bits, that is 8. So I have already covered select function and get attribute function in the previous tutorial, so I will post the link of those videos in the video description if you want to refer. So that's basically CIDR block followed by the VPC ID. So here we have used a reference of example VPC that will be referring on line number 5. And finally on line number 16, we have defined outputs and what we want to see as a part of the output. So here we have simply copy and pasted this select function. So whatever CIDR block would be generated, it will be shown as a part of the output so that we can easily see the CIDR block that is being generated or returned by the CIDR function. So now let's navigate to CloudFormation service, say create stack. We will say template is ready, upload a template file, choose a file. So in my case, it's CIDR_if, that is intrinsic function, followed by next, give a stack name, I will say CIDR, say next again, create stack. So now as you can see, the template creation has been completed, and we can click on outputs to see the CIDR value that is being returned by the CIDR function. So that is 10.0.0.0/24, right? And even if we can click on resources to see the VPC and the subnet that has been created. So here it is. So guys, that's it for this tutorial, right? And this is how you can use the CIDR function within your CloudFormation template. Until the time, if you want me to do tutorial on any use case or service, then please leave them below and I will try my best to come up with a tutorial as soon as possible. And if you have any queries or comments, then again please leave them below and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.